Right, I've drawn just a little sketch there. They're going to be some distant stuff. I'm going to have a lake in here, sky in there, and I've also drawn some more money out of the bank because, like I was saying yesterday, my mum says I've got to start paying board. And my stepbrother Doofus, he's got to start paying board and all. So we've both drawn some money out of the bank yesterday, but I've got to draw some more money out of the bank today because apparently 50p is nowhere near enough. Well, I best start saving my paper round money up, I think, because I've got to pay a bit more. So now let's just have a look at this. Yeah, 50p not enough apparently. So right, that's good, but I don't want it to go like that. I want it to drip that. Let's get it dripping that way. A bit more water in there. Oh, that looks nice. Just control this to get it to drip the way I want it to drip. Take it that way. Back down at an angle like that. I'm just spinning it round and getting my colours where I want them. So this is really just manipulating the paint. In fact, it's not dark enough. I want it darker. Let's get it right up that way now. That's it. Nice. I think, you know what, let's give that a gentle dry. Get it round this way. Get another gentle dry. With the garden shears. And well, his fringe weren't very straight, but anyway, never mind. Right, some more coffee. That's nice. Right, let's get in. I'm going to test this on a scrap piece of paper. Always have some scrap paper handy for testing stuff. Perfect. So I'm going to pop in this distant one. It's going to go in there. About like that, and in fact it can go through that way there. Let me get some water on a brush and soak it away. Let's soak that bit away. That's it, sand. So that's that. That comes back down there into there. There. Oh, there's some fire engines and stuff. Cop car and some fire engines. Right, this one now, same colour but I've dipped a tiny bit of green into it, so I've got a dark green there. Mixed green with yellow and blue. Some on you might have some tube greens. If you've got tube greens, always mix them with some. They look horrible on their own. If you've got a tube green, don't do it on its own. They always look horrible on their own. Mix them with some bit of red. Red's good for dulling. Mix them with a bit of red, it always looks nice. There. Soften that. Then it goes even more green. So if I add a tad more yellow to that, it'll take that even more green. Perfect. I can go up into there. Up into here. Right, I think what I'll do, get this bottom bit embossed. There. And then, I think in here, I'll add a few different colours, so a bit of that. All I'm doing, I'm just varying a few colours now as I'm going through. As it's getting nearer, it is going to go more and more green. So I've added a bit more green in there. More in there. I'm adding yellow to take it more greener. In there. That's looking quite nice at that, I think. Right down at the bottom here, it looks like there's some. In fact, let's get a tiny little brush. Looks like there's some trees in here, so I'm going to get a tree effect with this tiny little brush. My little detailing brush. I'm going to pop in some yellows in like that, especially on them close bits. A few in here. There's even a few right back there. And I'm going to get a dark green. Add that to it. Perfect. Into there like that, into there. A few in there like that. That's it. And then into this yellow. That's it. So I've got 3 colours blended in there now, and then I'll get a really, really dark colour, really dark green. Blend some of that in. So I've got 3 different greens in my trees there. Dark at the bottom. Wet my brush. Soften all this in, I think. So I'll soften it all in there like that. Put that up. Looks like there's some. What comes up here like this? Perhaps there. Bit of something there like that. And it looks like there's a few on top of there and all like that. Pop them in. Pop them in. Soften at the bottom. That's going a bit soft at the bottom anyway, that one's sad. Just have a few bits coming off that one up there like that. Again, softening on the bottom. A few dotted about. There. I think that's a nice distant hill. Maybe it's just on here, just pop in a bit of something like that and then soften it in so it looks like some really distant trees on that one. There, that looks nice, doesn't it? And that one's too far away for anything. Just on here, soften just the top so that looks a bit harsh. These are all things you've got to be looking at as you go along, and that's why it pays for you to sit back as you're painting it. If you're not sat back, keep sitting back. Right. Right, now I'm on to bigger trees now. So I've got some great big pine trees in here. Yeah, what colour's on my brush now? A nice colour. a very nice colour, right? So let's mix up a nice green. I think I'm going to go for a fairly darkish green, and then I'm going to take it darker as I go along. So I'm going to do it like that. Let's give me my points on top of there. Now, that's it. There. What's that? I suppose dip my brush. There's some lighter greens in the bottom of here, so I'll pop that in. Bring that right down there. Blend that out. Soften it out. Can drip down or do what it wants. Right, now I need some really darks now. Yeah. So I've got dark brown, black. I think I'll soften that in dark brown and black and just pop it in like this and let it ooze in with them colours what's there. That's it, like that. And then probably get another green, maybe dab on top of that. So just mixing in another green now. Maybe it's dab on top of that with another, or maybe it's not, I don't know. That's how it goes. I think the time that softens in, it'll be right. So if let's squeeze that out. Squeeze that out. Get on here. Right, let's get some more yellow in here. Soften that back in. That's it. There. So this is mainly just softening and blocking in now. Right, so I'm thinking now, let's get a nice bright, quite a bright green, and come in and comb. Let's comb round here, just blocking in now. I'm not even following way at Lander out at the minute. I'm just blocking in. I think I'm blocking to about there. That'll do me. Right. Now then, mix some more green in. Some more green mixed up, nice bright green. Squeeze my brush out so there's plenty of that colour. Oh, perfect. Right. Now I've got a nice blob of colour. I'm going to get some massive big bushes in here now. Bring this to life. So dab into there with my great big brush. Brush. There. Set it right. Last, come in there, last some bushes across there. Oh dear. This is a picture of a lake what's in Wales. Now, I've been thinking about you lot in Wales, right? Been thinking about the Welsh flag, right? Instead of having a blue background with a white cross in it, why don't you have, you know, like England, we've got the 3 tigers on our, right? Why don't you have 3 whales on it? Whales from the sea. Wales is the biggest fish in the sea. Why don't you have 3 of them on there? That'd be cool. Instead of a white cross on a blue background, do it like that. It look miles better. Right, You know what, I probably should have done this first. I need some sea. Not sea actually. It's a lake. Massive lake. Seas run into the lakes. The lakes run into the streams. The streams run up into the mountains. It freezes into snow. Then the clouds come across the mountains, collects up all snow and that, and then it wazzes it down on England. I'm from a place called England, where England people live. My flag is called a Union Jack. Right, let's have a look. Let's get some of these bluey grey colours now for this water. So I'm going to start quite strong in here and work my way across. I borrow a bit of paint from there. Every time I want a bit of paint, I'm going to nick it from there. Oh dear. Nick a bit into there. That's it. Nice. Right, I think now I'm going to get some black and mix some of them black clouds into this. So there's black clouds in it, so I think if I just do that, it'll make it look like there's some of them black clouds reflecting into Watercolour, you see. Wet my brush again. Just settle that down a bit with a damp brush. It's not, oh hang on, now it's drying. Yeah, just soften it in a little bit more. Now that's drying a bit anyway. It's not looking bad at all. That's not bad at all. I tell you what, let's get a bit of green, a bit of really dark green. Just pop a bit of reflection in. If I go in there with my reflection, same again, damp brush. Just soften it down a bit. Not much, it's just a tiny bit of reflection there is. Yeah, look at that, looks nice to me. Yeah. Like that. Not happy with that. Might pop old waterline in a bit. Right. Now, you know what, I'm going to get that light green colour again. Just come back over some of this. While that's wet, I'll go wet into wet. Nice. Back over some of that. There we are. Right. Now then. Some more of that colour. Tiny bit darker. There. I'm doing this as a one big block at the minute. Instead of messing about, just one big block of colours. Something like that, that's nice. Alright, tell you what, I'm going to have a quick blast with dryer. My stepbrother Doofus, he's going on my nerves again. We went out yesterday and I tied my shoelaces together, like, you know what I mean, tied both shoes together with my shoelaces, and I forgot to put my trousers on. So now Doofus not stopped going on about it. It's an easy mistake to make, so I don't know what he's on about. He's done it before, so, but now he keeps teasing. It's a bit like bullying, so I wouldn't have laughed if he'd have done it. So this is my anti-bullying campaign. Don't be like Doofus, a great big bully. It's an easy mistake. Everybody makes us mistakes. And I made one yesterday. I forgot to put my clothes on and tie my shoelaces together. It's easy done. Right. This is where it gets really dark now. Some little dark patterns in there. And this is to represent all these bushes and stuff in this near-ground. So I'm just sort of going for it really. I'm not even thinking. I normally say think about it, but if I'm honest, I'm not even thinking about it that much. Just bashing in. So that's that. That's not bad at that. I might dampen that in a bit and put some scratches in and stuff. But right, just looking there, I think what I'm going to do, pop a couple of trees in. Right, let me show you. Let's have a go. I think I'm going to go for a light green. Yeah, mix a light green up. Yellow and blue. Gives you a nice light green. I've got lemon yellow and some cobalt blue. You can use what you want. Whatever blue's in your palette, use it. Cerulean blues are lovely. They give you a right bright green. Right, now on here, just a closer up tree. There, that's enough. And then another one here, great big and coming right in here. That's close enough and all, that's enough. Right, so that's that. Right, I think what I'm going to do. Rinse this brush out. It's nice and clean. Spread the bristles out. Plop a bit of damp in. I'm only doing this so I can do this. Put a few twigs and sticks in. In fact, why don't I in here, just in a couple of bits, pop in a couple of rocks and all. Rock there, rock there, rock there, rock in there, one in there, one in there. A couple of little ones in there. This one. A couple of little ones in and all that. A couple of rocks. Some grasses, some sticks. Alright. That's that. Right. Blow dry that whole thing. Mainly that area. Right. Gonna mix up now. A medium to dark green. Blue, yellow, Bontumber. Might do, you know, I might do a couple of bits on here. Make it look like there's a few bits in there, I'm thinking. A couple more. There. Alright, then on top of that, I'm going to go in really, really dark. Baines Grey, Bontumber. You're up. A bit more down here, a bit more in there. This bit at the bottom here, I'm gonna just soften it through a little bit. There we are. Time we on. Oh, it's getting. Time's getting on. I need to start thinking about finishing up. Right, so that's that. It's quite nice. A bit of this dark colour into there and just blend it right. Oh, it's nice, lovely. A bit more. Oh, I tell you what, say a bit in here and all, just blending in some shadows and stuff in there. That's it, lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly there. Going into there. Let's get the rigger brush. And I'm just going to pop in a few. I've got some of these lines here. I'll just have a few sort of bits like that. Where it's dark a bit. Yeah, a couple of grasses and that in there as well. Yeah, something like that. That's nice. Wash that out. Waterlines. Waterlines, right. You can probably just wash your colour out if you're on proper watercolour paper. I'm not, so it's easier for me on this cartridge paper to use some designer's gouache. So I've got tiny bits of lines in there, pop a bit there, bit there, bit there. And I think let's have a line going through middle of there like that, and let's have a fat one there, about like that. So that look like it's going straight. They need to look like they're going straight. Something like that. That's just making that register as water. Squeeze that paint out of there. Job's a good one. Right. Get me this little tiddly brush. Right, where shall I put them? I want some little yachts in this. Right, now, where shall I put? Oh, you know what? I'm going to dry. I've only dried because I want to get my hand on my paper. So let's have my yachts. There. One there, like that one. And another one next to it. May as well have two. Reflections in water like that, look. These bits here, while it's on my brush, I'll pop a bit extra in. These often fade back when they get dry, so sometimes you might need to put 2 layers on. That'll be alright, that's gone on quite thick now. Lovely. There. I'll double up on this. Make sure there's plenty on. Looks like there is. That's nice. I can, if I want. I don't think I need to. I'm going to put a little dot in there. I don't need to. It's alright as it is. Right. Now I get my tiny, tiny ickle brush. My Peter and Paul brush. Pop in Peter and Paul. They're right looking for worms. So pop them in. Where's a light, nice light bit for Peter and Paul? So that just there looks a tiny bit lighter than everywhere else. So I always try to put them in the light bit. Peter and Paul, right there, look tiny little bots. tiny today. Let's have a B. D. Bertie. D. Couple of dots in there for my boats. There. Bertie D. There. There you are. There. Let me sit back and hang on. 8th hour. And I'll come up with that. You can angle it, see if that likes that. See what that does and that in it. Sit the on. Beep.